Shanita,
Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, you got something for us, man? Y'all, we had a little technical difficulty. He got a little music for us. We're gonna get started in a second. Yo, hey, we can't hear you, man. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
we hear you fine.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't hear. We can't hear Adrian. Yo, hey, while you work on that, we're gonna keep it moving, man.
It seems like it's a nice beat though.
Yeah, look, yo, he rocking. He rocking. I'm gonna just rock with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just rock with him, like I'm right there with him. I can pick it up.
Yeah.
So tonight, y'all, we got a very good show tonight. We're gonna have a good time. You know how we do every week on Front Porch Discussions. We like to bring current events. We like to support Black business. We like to try to help the community. We like to focus on things, all things Black and all things Black people, not excluding anyone else. But we try to make sure that we give us our time. And we know how this got started with my wife and her mention. Before we go too deep, I want to give a shout out to my sister for her brand new position. She is the Vice President of Enrollment. Vice President of Enrollment at Clinton College, y'all. So that's a good thing. So we have a very special guest with us tonight. She is a very good friend of one of our hosts. So without further ado, I'm going to let Miss Janai Childress take it away.
Welcome, everyone. Tonight's special guest is Shanita Drakeford. She is the curator and the brand behind It Factor Boutique. And brand started in 2012. 9 years later, through the ups and downs, her business is continuing to booming and blessed. And she's here to talk to us today about the latest fashions, starting a business, the ups and downs, what to do, what not to do, customer service, and supporting Black businesses. So with that being said, welcome, Shanita, and thank you for joining Front Porch Discussion.
Thank you for having me.
What's up, Shanita?
Hey.
Yeah, well, thank you for being a sponsor of Front Porch Discussion. Our first and only sponsor ever. You sponsored 2 times, so I appreciate that.
Definitely. No problem.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Shanita, how did you start It Factor?
I'm going to make a very, very long story short. I was in LA. I was in LA for New Year's in 2011. And I bought a pair of glasses. And I remember just some like gazelle type glasses. And I remember putting them on and posting a picture on Instagram. And I told my followers, I said, you know, I'm on my way back home from Cali, and then everybody started asking me about the glasses that I had on. They didn't care where I was. They're like, what's up with the glasses? And I had gotten them from a store that was next to a boutique. So a few people inquired. I said, well, I got them from the store in LA. If I'm still here, I can grab you, you know, people that inquired a pair on the way home. So a couple of people inquired, grabbed them a few pair, and came on back home with the glasses. Then I had a couple more people hit me up when I came home. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I might be onto something here. So I started doing my research and looking around and seeing if I could get the glasses wholesale. And lo and behold, I could. So I started selling glasses, the gazelle styles in all colors. And I became known as the eyeglass lady. It Factor had never even had a name at that point. So my girlfriend, Renita, she is the one that came up with the name It Factor. I said, listen, I want to do this whole boutique thing. Like the glasses are going really good. I want to do this boutique thing and I need a name. So we brainstormed, and she came up with the name. And I had a friend that did the logo for me, and almost 8 years later, here I am.
Oh, awesome.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it.
So you had no background or experience like doing any type of retail. So you didn't know anything about it. Zero.
Oh. Now, I've loved fashion since I was a child, though. And I was one of those people that always wanted to wear things. And when people would ask me, I never wanted to tell them. And then God said, okay, well, you can do that, or you can still not tell them and make up some money off of it, So yeah, you can still not tell them, but you can also be profitable. So I started putting the clothes out there, and people started buying them. I didn't have a website or anything like that. I did get my EIN. I did do some of those things, but I did everything wrong. To be frank with you, I got the website later on down the line. I did everything backwards. No business plan, none of those things. I just really stepped out on faith and built a tribe along the way of really, really great supporters. And it's been a journey, but it's been a wonderful entrepreneur journey. I never ever thought that I would be an entrepreneur. It was never a dream of mine. No one in my family is an entrepreneur. No one in my family has ever owned a business. I am the first business owner in my family. So it's just been really exciting to even be that person in the family. And I'm learning a lot along the way, and I can't wait to share the information with those that are interested in becoming entrepreneurs in the future. That's going to be my way that I give back, by sharing what I know.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
I was gonna say.
So before you went into fashion, I had that incident happen out in California. What was your background like? What did you do before that?
I worked at NASA, which is where I still work right now. I still have a full-time job. I do both.
Oh, okay.
And people often tell me or ask me, when am I going to leave my job? And the answer is I love them both, and I'm in the position where I can do both. And fashion for me is kind of fickle. I'm not at a level of confidence where I feel like I can just walk away from my 9 to 5, because people shop in seasons. They shop when they get big sums of money. They shop when they are feeling some type of way. They shop when they're bored. Sometimes fashion doesn't have that loyalty piece. But I love my job. I love fashion. I love It Factor, and I love my job. And I love the fact that I get to do both of them and do well in both realms. So I have no plans of leaving my good government job. No. And listen, and being on social media, you can get pressured into, if you on Instagram, it's always, the bosses versus the non-bosses. If you aren't secure in yourself, for the people that don't have a business, you'll think that your 9 to 5 is some trash, but entrepreneurship is not for everybody. You have to know your lane and do what it is that God called you to do, and not what somebody else is doing. No, do what you want to do from here. A lot of people start all these businesses because they think, it's fast money and let me make some money, and your heart is not in it. If your heart is not in it, you're not going to make any money. I don't make money every day, but guess what? I love what I do. So I show up every day because I love what I do. The money is going to come, but you got to have a love for it, or you're going to be disappointed. You cannot chase the money. You just can't.
Right.
I observed your fashions on Instagram, and I scrolled through a couple of pages. And I noticed that your style of fashion is not kind of fitting the regular trend as it relates to ladies. So you don't have a lot of short things, you don't have a lot of short skirts, short tops. and a lot of your things aren't like really revealing as the common trends of ladies fashion. What made you make yourself, I consider, more distinct from common traditional fashion trends?
I just feel like all of that stuff is already readily accessible out there, right? You know, when people take the opportunity and the time out to spend their money with you, especially in the boutique realm of fashion. When I shop in boutiques, I used to go in boutiques and there would be one piece, not 5, 6, 7, but one. And you had to make a decision on whether you were leaving that store with that piece or you were going to leave it, you know, keep it or take it with you. And I feel like those tops, those crop tops, those body huggers, all of those outfits, you can go get them from anywhere. You know, boutiques, It Factor boutiques specifically, specializes in catering to a specific type of woman. The classy woman, I call it, the working woman. We're not just wearing anything, you know, the status quo. We're trying to get noticed, and not in a provocative type of way, but in a, ma'am, you look really nice today. Where did you get that top? Where did you get that coat? Where did you get those pants? You know, we're clothed, fully clothed, but we still look nice. We're still making a statement. We're standing out, but we're clothed. And I just feel like a lot of the clothes that people wear, it's everywhere. And I with It Factor, I want to make a statement with the pieces that I make available for my customers. And so far, you know, so good.
Yeah, you can definitely get that message by looking through your page that you are trying to set yourself apart from.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And this industry, let me tell you, this boutique industry is very, very cutthroat, because you have a situation where, let's say I have a boutique and then somebody else will be like, oh, I look like she's doing all right with her boutique. Let me have one. And let me go and establish a boutique or whatever. And then you'll have they may have a few pieces that I have. And then you have people that are looking for at this point, it becomes a situation where everybody's looking for who has the lowest price in that piece. So for me, I try to sell distinct pieces where I'm not competing for customers and you're trying to figure out if I have the top for 60. Oh, she got it for 55. Well, she got it for 40. No, you know what? None of them even have what It Factor has. So I'm going to go with It Factor. I'm trying to set myself apart from, you know, the competition, and just lock in on a base of supporters that are loyal to, you know, what I provide to them. So you don't have to run. It doesn't mean that you can't go support other people, but I don't want you to be in a position where you're like, oh, it's 45 over here. Let me see if I can get 39. Let me see if I can get 25. I mean, you shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
How do you go about, with people that are starting boutiques, how do you go about like finding vendors, like the vendors for your items and your clothes, stuff like that? Is there particular vendors you always seek, or is it just different vendors, whatever catches your eye? How does that work, that part of it?
Honestly, when I look for pieces, I actually look for what appeals to me, which is really crazy, because if you remember when I first started this interview, I said I didn't never want to tell anybody where I got my things from, right? And then God said, you don't have to tell them, but you can still profit from it. So my unique style has actually helped me benefit in a sense. So a lot of times when I'm scrolling through things and looking for vendors and looking for pieces, I'm actually, the things that I see appeal to me. And just so happen, it also appeals to my customer base, which is a win-win, right? There are not every single thing, but 99.9% of the things that I put out there to them that I see that I love, they love it as well. And I've often been told that my eye for fashion is like phenomenal. They like those pieces that look not like the norm. Right. People don't want to, if you're spending like $150, $200 on a piece, you don't want to see sis in it when you go out to the mall or when you go out to a concert. You don't want to see somebody else, you know, in it. You want to feel special, like, yeah, I got this from It Factor. She don't have no more. You missed out.
Tell them, you know. The other day I called Shanita, and she posted this picture of this white shirt. And I was like, oh, that's really hot. So a lot of times before I even go on to her website, I'll call her and be like, "Do you have this?" It was sold out. So I was like, "Hey sis, you gotta restock this." Like, tell them how fast the white shirts are sold out, please. Just tell them how
It
fast.
sold out within like maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Wow.
Now, oftentimes I don't restock, but okay, it's a white shirt, no big deal, right? People can do everything in the world with a white shirt. But if it was a sweater and it was popping and it was yellow, purple, orange, and it was like boom, I'm not going to get 100 of them, right? But it's a white shirt. People can do a million things with a white shirt. But I've created, my customers know that the pieces sell out really, really fast. So I have a pre-order process and I put the pieces out there before they even get here, they're sold out. So somebody might be like, "Hey sis, let me know when that come. I want to get that." I'm like, I can let you know, but it's probably going to be gone. But I'll definitely let you know when it gets here. But more than likely, if you're interested, you probably want to go ahead and secure that order, before it comes, because people, they don't want to miss out. They have FOMO, and that's fear of missing out. They don't want to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That fear of loss, that fear of missing out, people don't like that.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What would you say to a young person? And I'm being very specific with this because I'm talking about my daughter. She loves fashion. She loves clothes. She loves wanting to be fly, the hair, the nails, everything. She's 16 years old. She talked about opening. First, she was talking about doing a t-shirt line, and then she kind of backed out. And she was talking about one time selling hair or something. And now she's always talked about selling clothes. What type of advice would you give to her? And being 16, would you tell her that it would be more important to try to do e-commerce or to try and develop a store? What types of things would you tell her?
I would say start off with e-commerce.
Okay.
Get an idea of, because with e-commerce, you can get an idea of who, you're appealing to. Like, the wonderful thing I love about Instagram right now, if you have a business page, they have this thing called insights. And with insights, you can see the demographics of those that are on your page. You can see the age group, you can see if they're male or female, you can see what times they're on your page, if they're on there early in the morning, if they're on there, late at night. You can get those types of insights and who your customer base is. So before you will branch out into a brick and mortar, you develop your tribe, you develop your base, and you see, if what you're offering to them is appealing, if they want it, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't go and get the overhead, now and figure out if they want it. You figure that out in the beginning. And then if you develop that, you see that, okay, there's a demand for what it is that you're putting out. Then later on, you can get into the brick and mortar piece of things. But I would say e-commerce all day.
Gotcha.
So let me ask you, what is better? Is the brick and mortar or online? Like, because I know you had both. So which do you prefer, or do you prefer both?
E-commerce is definitely I would have to say, is my money maker. I can't make in the showroom what I make on a website. In a month's time is what I'm saying. Because for me, my showroom, because I worked on the day, was appointment only. And I can only be there so many, days out of the week or hours out of the day. So I guess if I didn't have a full-time job and I was at the brick and mortar, every day, maybe the numbers will be a little different. But my website, appeals to people all over the world, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. That brick and mortar is only open when I can get to the brick and mortar, so it's only open when I'm available, which limits what's coming in to me. So, and I'm not knocking it, I think it has its benefits. I do miss having that one-on-one, consultation and conversation with my clients, but e-commerce is definitely the way to go, because you just reach, so many more people than you would locally. my showroom only appealed to those that were local. I can't, nobody from Alaska is coming to the showroom in Maryland, or nobody from LA is coming to the showroom in Maryland, but somebody from LA is going on the website. Somebody from Alaska is going on the website. So you got to kind of pick and choose, what works for you.
Okay. One of our viewers asked, where would someone go to find vendors?
So I want to talk about that. My vendors or vendors?
Vendors.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good question. So for and I noticed that a lot of people have been asking me, do I sell my vendors? And the answer is always going to be no. My vendors that I have are mine. They are specific to me and the customers that I support and the things that I like, and they're not for sale. Now, vendors, if you are a small business or you're up and running a small business, you would have to do your research, right? Because that's what business owners do if you're in entrepreneurship. You do your research and you see, what's out there, get your business license, follow the steps on getting your EIN, your business license and things like that. And then you find vendors that appeal to the customer base that you like, not what someone else likes, right? So let's say a new business owner just came up and wants to start her business. So you don't say, hey, can I get your vendor list? You go find vendors, right, that sell things that you like, that you think your customers might like. You might put a couple of things out there if you're on Instagram or Facebook and say, hey, guys, this is coming soon. Do you like it? Should we get it? I poll my customers all the time. I say, hey, this is coming in black and red. Should we get black? Should we get red? Should we not even get this at all? And they'll tell me. I listen to my customers. You got to poll your base, poll your tribe and ask them, talk to your customers. Because what works for me and my customers might not work for you and your customers. So my vendor list might not even work for you.
She said, is their network, where can you find a list of vendors for various items? Where would you look to find those vendors? Like, where would you look?
There's no such list.
Okay. All right.
I got a question.
No one provided me with a list of vendors. I comb through hundreds and hundreds of pages every single day looking for items that I think my customers would like. And so the only thing that I could offer to anybody that wants to, provide clothing or, possibly get in this business is you're going to have to sit down one day in front of the computer once you get your EIN number and get busy.
Right.
Searching for Google is your best friend. Look for vendors that sell clothing wholesale, Google wholesale vendors. And you'll come up where they'll start to come up, but you're going to have to sit down and look through. I sit down, I put the work in, basically is what I'm saying. I put the work in to get where I am today. Nobody gave me a vendor list. The vendors that I have right now is from the time and energy and effort that I put into looking for them. I did not buy a vendor list. It was not given to me. It was not sold to me. I put the work in.
I would say, I haven't done that, but I would say that I understand what you're talking about, because my daughter, when she first started mentioning this, that's what she was doing. She was just sitting down, looking for people. And she was finding some things. She hasn't made a move as of yet, and she may never, but she definitely started putting the work in to get it done.
You got to do the work. And I think, because Instagram can be such a pseudo kind of fast money, get money type of environment. I'll tell people, and I often do this, I will show you a picture of me when I first started this business, my first vending event. I had a dollar store tablecloth. I didn't have a rack for my eyeglasses that I was selling. I bought something from Target that I hung the glasses on. I didn't even have a logo at the time. Somebody made me something in PowerPoint. And I often post, and I was smiling like I had it all, right? But I post that picture to show people that if you just came on board to this page, on the 7th or 8th year, this isn't how it started. This is not where it started. I started from that picture where that dollar store tablecloth was cheesy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And I need to go. I go back there every now and again to tell people, no, that's not where what you see right now is not what it is. That's where I started from. And it just reminds you that, you know, faith, you know, the faith of a mustard seed, it works, but you have to put the work in and you have to believe. And I tell people, do what you love. Don't do what somebody else is doing. Do what you love. If you do what you love, you're always going to make money. Always.
So you actually started initially and said it. So I'm hopefully going to allow you to. What tips would you give our young entrepreneurs, I guess, despite what their field of business might be? Then I got another question for you though, after that one.
What I would say is, because a lot of people are on social media, right? There's a lot of information out there, good information. Make sure that you're following people that can feed you know, what it is that you're interested in, right? For instance, I'm in business. I follow a lot of pages that I don't just follow people just for the sake of following them. You can follow your homegirl, you know, at a later time. But if it's something that you really like, you know, laser focused on, seek out those people, search those hashtags that speak to your craft, right? And find those people that can speak into you, that have experience and knowledge in the areas that you're seeking out, that can give you the information and the tools that you need to be successful. Enough of Cardi B and all of those people, they already got their money. I wish that I had the tools and the knowledge that I had right now, that I had that when I was a kid. I wasn't taught any of the stuff that I know now, even entrepreneurship in high school. None of it. None of what I know now was taught to me when I was in high school, which I wish it was. So it's about getting the kids on the right path. If you have a child that wants to be an entrepreneur, I bought a book that talks about how to be an entrepreneur in the state of Maryland. So whatever state you're in, you know, there are books out there, there are tools for you. You just got to make yourself decide that this is what I want to do and laser focus in on that, and you will be successful. But you have to make the decision, you know, that this is what I really, really want to do, and put your blockers on and go for it. That's really all I can say. And make sure that you're following people that can feed to you. It doesn't mean that, you know, you can't follow people that make you laugh or things like that, but make sure you're following people that can speak into you and help you with your goals and help you do some things that you haven't done before. Use social media to help you advance and get to where you want to be, because people are on there and they're making money. Later are the days where people just following people just to be following them. People are following people that can help them get to their next levels.
I agree. So you're evolving into this fashion entrepreneur. Where do you see fashion evolving into?
You know what? I would love, like, I've been watching some of these reality shows. I would love to get my hands on one of these women to be their stylists. Like, some of them desperately need stylists. I do personal styling, but not on a professional and celebrity level. I would love to take what I do from a boutique standpoint and add my little flavor into it, and to be able to, my dream is to one day to have somebody on the red carpet and say that they were styled by It Factor. That's a dream and goal of mine. Another dream of mine is to see It Factor, the It Factor brand. I don't know if you've seen the logo before, but to see that go beyond the DMV in stores, you know, all over the world. I want this brand to be global and not just a DMV thing. So that's my goal, and those are some of the things that I've been working on as well.
You mentioned
Joe. I'm sorry.
You mentioned it being a DMV thing, and I have two questions for you. I asked the other one later. This is something that's been on my mind heavily, and it's been since the I guess the mid '80s moving forward. The DMV area seems to support its own a lot. You know, you have a whole lot of other shooters, all these other designers and stuff that start clothing lines in the DMV, and they always seem to do very well, and they get that local support. But you know, being here in North Carolina and other places, you don't see that same type of love given to those that are trying to start something, and especially if it's in a fashion type of way. Why do you think that is about the DMV? Why do you all just come together so much and support one another?
I haven't really experienced. I do have some supporters here, but I haven't experienced that overwhelming love that you're talking about as it relates to my business. Because I don't know if you remember me saying when the segment started.
Yeah,
is that this is a cutthroat industry out here.
Yeah.
So, you know, there is, you know, if you're in this area, if it's like, if there's something going on, there's one boutique being showcased and that's it. I mean, it's almost like, it's very, very hard for a lot of up and coming businesses to get themselves out there, because this area just has a one-track mind when it comes down to certain businesses and people that are doing certain things. So some of the people that are, you know, coming up in the boutique industry don't get the type of notoriety or visibility, if you will, because, you know, other people that have, you know, have been in the limelight just stay in the limelight. So, which is one of the reasons why I started the boutique in the first place, because I was like, you know, I've never been big on following people. I've always been my own lane kind of girl. And I always have said, you know, what God has for me is for me. You know, if it's for me, people will support it. But people are looking for authenticity. But as far as what you're saying, as far as where you are, and you said North Carolina?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a demographic thing. You know, I don't know what it is. It may be a city thing. Like some people gravitate towards the people, if you will, that are behind these brands.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like there may be a figure. I'll take Rashida, for instance. She has a boutique in Atlanta. Is it, Janai?
Yes, Atlanta.
Like, so people are going to her boutique, maybe not necessarily to buy anything, but it's Rashida, you know, and they're going down there and they want to take pictures, and sis was like, no, we're not doing pictures anymore. If you come in the store, you're going to have to buy something. So people are going and doing things based on the person. They might not want to spend a damn dime in her store, but it's Rashida. She's a public figure. So they want to associate themselves with that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people gravitate towards certain things because of the person that's in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Joe, you have another question?
Yeah, I did have another question. You mentioned stylists, and I know I keep referring back to my family members a lot. My family members are big in the beauty industry, hair, nails, clothing. I have a cousin who is a stylist, and he also does home decor. He does a whole lot of Airbnbs for a lot of people and stuff like that. Do you work with any outside stylists? Like if he were to contact you and buy a piece or want to use a piece for photo shoots and things like that, do you do anything like that? I
will do that. The problem I've been having, and I haven't had this problem lately, but when I first started my business, I had a lot of people approaching me, asking me. They were like, hey, I'm the stylist for Michelle Obama, and can I get some of those pieces? And she'll shout you out. And the problem I have with that is these same people don't come back and pour into your business. Yeah. It's like once I give you said piece or two or three, you're gone in the wind. You 2 sheets to the wind. I never see you again. And so, you know, with those types of things, it needs to be a beneficial relationship. Like, how am I going to benefit and how are you going to benefit? A shout out is good. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of these people, they just find you randomly. A lot of the people that reach out to me, they're not even following me. So how did you even find me on Instagram? So some of them are opportunists, and you have to be able to use your discernment to weed them out and say who's for you, who's not for you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You gotta use your discernment in that thing, because if you don't and you're real thirsty and you're starting your business, you will accept everybody or every invitation that comes your way, right? And you'll find yourself out of clothes and no shout outs. So now I'm asking people, hey, how is this going to work for both of us? Outside of the shout out, like what else are you going to do? How did you hear about me? How did you hear about It Factor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't see it that way, and they should. You know, when you go into a business situation, it needs to be beneficial for everybody involved.
It has to be.
So if they're coming to get items from you and using it, yeah, do the shout out. That needs to be automatic to where you got that piece from, what it is. But then they need to tell other people to go in and support the business. Go buy a top, go buy something. Let them know that I sent you by there. I need to go by and buy something.
Yeah, or you need to come back, and support the business, And it's just a lot of that going around. I've been approached by so many people saying, hey, I'm the stylist for, and my thing is, hey, when you bring that piece back to me, I have to get it dry cleaned. So I started doing a rental fee. If you want to borrow anything from It Factor Boutique, there's a rental fee. Why? Because I have to take that piece off of my inventory so you can use it, which means that somebody could be buying it, but because you're renting it, it's no longer available for sale. Like, it has to work. We have to make it make sense. Yeah.
Great stuff. 2 questions. One has to do with the uniqueness of it all. So I remember when I was a lot younger, you could actually tell the different styles geographically. I could tell that somebody was from the DMV or from New York just by the style of clothes that they had on. But now fashion has seemed to kind of unify itself. I'm not sure if I'm using the correct word, but it seems as though everybody is wearing the same type of fashion now. Do you know what actually led to that, or what caused people to kind of lose their swagger, so to speak, and what kind of fit into what everyone else is doing?
Yeah, just not having that whole individuality. Like, style is personal, right? So if you don't have it, right, you will find yourself looking at a page or two or trying to mimic something that somebody is doing if you don't have it. It's personal for me. So when I put my things together, I'm looking for, I've even gotten to the point where my brand and my style is so identifiable that somebody will say, man, I saw this jacket. It looked like It Factor. That's marketing, believe it or not, because I put a brand and a style of clothing out there that people identify me with this eclectic, style. So some of the other things that people are mimicking, like I call them mannequin dresses. If you see a mannequin, you'll go buy the shirt, the hat, the pants, the purse, and you don't add nothing to it of your own. Some people just lack that ability to put things together. And it's not their fault, but that's when you start doing other things, like wearing things that people have on, because you don't have that creativity of your own.
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing so hard because and he might be listening. And I don't care. I don't care. One of my dudes, he's from DC too. We used to pick at him all the time. They said he had grown up animals. You got that shirt on aisle 1 that said go to aisle 4 and get the pants. Oh my God.
Yeah, some people just, some people are matchy. If they got a yellow bag, they want a yellow shirt, they want a yellow hat, they want yellow shoes. Like I said, style is personal. So, I think to answer your question is that with all of the things that we have around us and all, with social media and Facebook and lots of pictures, people, they don't use their own creativity. It's like, oh, that's cute. I'm gonna get that whole thing sis got on, everything. I'm a bad old. I want everything you have on, ma'am. And, next thing you know, all of us look alike.
Yeah.
Wow. So then my next thing was, you were saying that It Factor is kind of promoting the classy lady, trying to show women that they could be appealing without being revealing. Do you see It Factor kind of expanding its line to include the younger demographics of ladies in what you sell? The reason why I asked, I went to buy some clothes for my granddaughter. Like she a little girl, but it seemed like everything was skinny, you know, tight fit. And I'm like, where the loose clothes at for the little girl? Everything was stretch material. Everything was stretchy material kind of thing. So do you see kind of expanding that classy woman model to other demographics?
Did she freeze?
She froze on us. Yeah, she froze on us.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a good question too. It's a good question. Good question.
Yeah.
Maybe her phone died. I don't know.
We have to see.
Oh, we had an hour at least.
But I understand what you're saying, because I wanted to ask her if she's gonna start getting some pieces for men, because her stuff is unique and different. I'm ready to, hop in there and swipe my card.
You said swipe it.
Yeah, I'm ready to swipe my card. Do something.
Okay, maybe she'll come back.
Her phone must have died.
Maybe she'll come back.
Maybe she'll come back.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we'll keep kicking it on the porch. Y'all know how it is. Sometimes people have to run to the store real quick, get something.
Gotta go, step our way.
She went to get a drink or something.
Right.
She went to the corner store.
I would say, I looked at her fashion's on. It's nice. She got nice fashions, man.
And I will say, all the ladies that are up here, y'all please go to her sites, man. Go to her website. Go to her Instagram page. I'm telling you, you can get some unique stuff, especially, homecoming coming up and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we get to have homecoming. I'm not gonna say we're not. I'm gonna say
her website is loveitfactorboutique.com. I'm gonna say it again, loveitfactorboutique.com. And her IG is itfactor_boutique. So you can check her out. She has a lot of fashions and just a lot of things, and nice. This is from It Factor. I actually wore this jacket on my son's senior night because it had the Wake Forest colors in it. So I wanted to jazz it up.
Yeah,
I gave the people.
Okay, you giving a shout out to.
Yeah, well, I see a lot of women up here that have a lot of fashions. I know because I've seen them. I see them saying stuff. Y'all go get some stuff from It Factor. Make sure y'all support, because a lot of y'all are real fly. I see y'all when y'all be everything.
I was doing it. What did you say?
I had a little technical difficulty, but I'm back.
Okay.
Now, listen, you were asking about your daughter, your granddaughter.
Yes. And I was saying, kind of spread that classy lady style into other demographics.
So, well, the kids, so it all depends on who our children and grandchildren have as their role models, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of them don't have Michelle Obama's, as their role models. And so they have the Beyoncés and the Sierras and the Rihannas, and they're not dressing like the classy woman. So it's about, it's about changing their mindset on, what women should wear and things like that. And until we do that, they're always going to want to look like their idols and who they appeal to. They're not going to want to look like their grandmothers and their mothers. They're going to want to look like their sisters and their, Megan Thee Stallion and things like that until we present. No, and I don't mean that. I'm just saying that until we present more of us to them, until they see more images of us in the media with clothes on and things like that, until they have more examples of that, they're never, ever, ever going to want to dress like that. It is what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know before we got on, we were discussing customer service and how sometimes Black businesses are not supported. You may make one mistake as an entrepreneur, and that's it. They want to blast you on social media. Don't shop It Factor. So how do you handle? How have you handled that? I'll just say, how have you handled that?
Well, I had one customer maybe a couple of months ago. She ordered something that wasn't to her appealing or taste. And I looked on my business page and I saw where she rated
my business less than favorable. And then she went on to post all these pictures and things and descriptions of what she had. But what I took issue with is she never ever reached out to me. So you know what I did? I emailed her. How you doing, sis? I saw your post you put on my business page. You never reached out to me though. Why not? She was like, I'm sorry, you're right. I should have reached out to you. I said, yeah. I said, this is the problem that I have. You know, you went on, you wanted a reaction from the people that was on your social media page. But what I won't let you do is tarnish my business over a $65 2-piece set. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to let you keep the 2-piece set that you're dissatisfied with. And I'm going to give you a refund, but you won't have to change that review. You're going to change it because you never, ever gave me an opportunity to fix the situation. Mm-hmm. And not only that, so you have two kind. You have her that don't even reach out to you at all. And then you have the people that, you know, you just got to provide them with 110% top of the line. Oh, you know, that's why I don't support Black business right now. You do one thing. You don't even get multiple chances. One thing. And I pride myself on customer service. One thing I don't play about with It Factor is customer service, because I have been the customer. I don't play around with that. But I've had to challenge multiple customers. Like I am not the business owner that just says, oh, you're right. No, we're going to have a dialogue. Me and you are getting ready to have a dialogue about why you feel the way, and not in a disrespectful manner, but ma'am, I have to disagree with you. Listen, and I just don't like how people say, you know, support Black businesses, but it's counterproductive.
Ow, ow, ow.
Again.
Okay. But yeah.
Well, I agree with her. I mean, you know, we talk about Black business up here a lot, and I always give both sides. I say, you know, support Black business, and then I always say, Black business, treat yourself like you want to be supported. And I think she's right. If something is wrong, at least say what was wrong, because they may not know, and say why you feel that way, and then try to come to some type of compromise. And if you're not satisfied, you know, I'm not gonna say go out and publicly bash them. But if somebody were to ask you, well, no, I don't really shop there, because like I haven't been back into a Brooks Brothers. It's 95. I walked into Brooks Brothers and nobody greeted me. I was there to buy, you know, I had some dough in my pocket. I was ready to get some neckties and some more stuff. And I like a lot of Brooks Brothers stuff. And it's not a Black business. It's just, it's a business. But they didn't treat me right. I just don't go back. And I don't go on social media and tell everybody about it. I just don't support them. Anybody can buy from them that want to buy from them. I don't. I won't ever again.
I think they filed for bankruptcy too.
See, that's what happens when you don't help Joe Biggs.
Yeah,
she said her phone died and it won't allow her to get back on. So I told her,
we'll take it out.
Just send her a text message and ask her, when is she gonna get some stuff from men? And then you can just tell us what she said. Okay. It's about our time anyway. I hope everybody was liking the discussion. We had a lot of chatter, a lot of things going on. I see Miss Long down there. Miss Tanya Long was agreeing with a lot of the stuff she said. Tanya's a business owner of her own. If you all are ever looking to have your hair done, your daughter's hair done, friends, elderly, mother, grandmother, anybody, and you're in Durham, check out my daughter's salon right there off of Highway 55 in the shopping area by Food Line. You will not be disappointed. She will take care of you. She will take care of you for real. Oh, Tony gonna try to laugh at me because I said that's what happens when you don't help Joe Biggs, right? That's a joke, Tony.
She didn't respond. I think her phone died. She had a shortage in it.
Yeah. All right. Well, whenever you get that answer, you let me know personally because I need to know that. And once again, I see you rocking that It Factor.
Yes, It Factor. You know, Blaze.
Can you give everybody the website and the IG again? Because you don't have to be in the DMV to participate. You don't have to. You can, like she said, that e-commerce. Go on her site. You see something fly.
Make money.
So her website is loveitfactorboutique.com. Again, it's loveitfactorboutique.com, and her IG is itfactor_boutique. You can go follow her and check out.
Got Tanya Hendrick Lawrence just popped up. Asked me, did I remember her business in college? Most definitely, Tanya, because you took care of all my parents. And definitely took care of my cousins. You know, back then that's when we was getting our pants tapered at the bottom. And
yes, I remember that.
Now the cats got the whole leg tapered. It's just skinny and tight. So yeah.
Whatever happened to the seamstress? They used to be like a commonplace. Now you can hardly find people that's able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard to find them now, man. Hey, you can take yourself off of mute, man. I see that you're muted. That's probably why we couldn't hear you.
Hear the tunes. But yeah, shout out to It Factor for setting the tone. Classy lady that you called it.
Tanya was getting it in back in 86 to 90, boy. She had the whole yard of buzz. Pants.
Cuffing pants? Is that still a style?
So what now?
Is cuffing the pants still a style?
Yeah. I don't think a lot of the cats are doing it now. They getting their pants straight and trying to have that deep Italian look without a cuff. They got suits and slacks, man. Ain't nothing like a cuff to finish right on the top of that shoe, man.
Right.
Shoe pop, boy. They don't know what they doing. These young boys be skinny. How you have skinny slacks? And then you put your phone in the pocket, you can see the whole phone print. You can see a whole phone print.
The high water slacks.
Yeah, and then they doing the high water. No, I can't.
They say for men to look good to other men is why it's like that.
That's hey, we're not gonna get into none of that. Everybody and anybody who likes whoever they like can like whoever they like. You're not gonna have them letters coming for us. No, sir.
Yeah.
Understand. And from Porch Discussion, we love everybody.
It's to make
if you love it, we like it. We don't have any discrepancies with what you do and how you do. But we do have a problem with them high water pants and them tight slacks. We have a problem with that. But
I just need some room. I don't have enough room. I need some room.
But I heard your question you asked the E before I had to step off for a second. You were asking like, why is it that everybody kind of look alike? And that's right, man. It was crazy. You used to be able to tell, like, even if somebody was in New York, you could tell, oh, that dude from Brooklyn. Oh, he from Manhattan. He from Queens. And then you definitely say, oh, he's from DC. Everybody knew if he was from DC. They had their own thing. They wear Adrian, listen, they would wear winter coats in the summertime. And, oh, it's Gore-Tex. It's Gore-Tex. I'm like, it's a winter coat, bro. It's hot. Right. You know, and then you get down south, you had different looks. He from New Orleans or he from Miami and he from North Carolina. But now you can go anywhere in the country and it looks just like everywhere else in the country, you know?
Right. Everybody wearing the same thing.
They all got little jeans on.
Is loveitfactorboutique.com.
I had to put that in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat for the people so they don't miss out. But yeah, everybody got their little style.
Hey, not all the dudes wear two T's. They all got little toddler clothes on. They got
2 T's.
They got on 2T. You 17, you got on some 2T jeans. Where you get those from? They stretchy.
Nah. Remember, we used to have everything baggy back in the day.
Oh, I would be loving for that to come back. You know, in the early days, it wasn't baggy. It was all just a regular cut, which was cool. And you know, my son tried to say, y'all had skinny jeans. No, we didn't have skinny jeans. We just had jeans. And you got your size.
Y'all was big. Y'all used to wear like 4X t-shirts and it was ridiculous.
No, I didn't do that.
Not that baggy.
I didn't do that baggy. That was extreme. Those were the extremely baggy dudes, and we didn't do all that. My stuff would be a little baggy, and I ain't never let my pants hang all the way off my butt. It didn't hang off my waistline a bit, but not. They got it all under their butt cheek, and like, yo, what? I don't understand. I was getting Jason talking about I'm stupid.
Yeah. I miss them fashions back in the day, man.
Me too. I'll be
That's
glad.
why I'm still old school. I'm still old
Take
school.
me a nice old Carl Kanai outfit.
Oh God.
Walk away.
Man, you know what, Joe? If you got any of that, you need to put it off for sale, man. They'll buy it right off your back. You come out with
and I got a gang of it in the garage in bags. I gotta go through it. I still got Sean John velour sweatsuits, all that. Man, I'll get rid of that. I got everything.
A Pele.
Fashion comes back around, so I don't really get rid of stuff real quick.
Right.
Because it's gonna do a circle, and I'll be able to put it back on one day.
Dude wanted to buy it from and off my back. I'm like, you want to cut a shirt off my back? He's like, yeah. You got any more of that? Like, I need that.
My son and daughter told me I can't dress. I don't know how to dress. But then he want to borrow all my clothes. Let me get that necktie. Let me get that bow tie. Let me get that hat. Can I wear those shoes? But I don't know how to dress, bro. What are you saying?
Well, at least they asked you. I just find my children wearing my stuff. Like, ain't that my shit? Ain't that mine? Like, I didn't think you was gonna miss it.
Jason, you right. My dad would have killed us if our pants was hanging below our butt like that. Dad would have had that, man. Well, hey, you about ready to take us out, man?
Yeah.
I know you've been kind of posted up.
6 in the morning.
Hey, what you gonna have to start doing when we get to these points like this, if the music is like that, you just became a co-host, my brother. Ask some questions.
Who does the overnight scenario? I just heard that song earlier today.
Rare Essence.
Rare. I need to look them up.
So y'all, we about to get out of here. But before we get out of here, we're gonna have a little party as we leave out. So don't y'all go nowhere. Stick with us. They gonna give us a little something. Say what?
Thanks for tuning in today. It was a really girly
day.
We know y'all ain't come to look at me and eat. Y'all came to look at you now. It's all good. You know, she can keep it fresh through COVID. We got to try to get haircuts, all kinds of stuff. We understand.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get this sound thing right.
I missed the barbershop, man. Where you getting cut at now, Joe?
Oh, Fish come to the crib, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes to the crib.
You setting up the appointment.
He'll be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Making home visits.
Shout out to my CFB brothers out there.
Yeah, that home visit hit that pocket a little different though.
Yeah.
It's a little more money when he come to the crib.
Right.
He ain't got no barbershop to go to, so he got no choice.
Right.
I'm ready for that barbershop to come back so we can get that price point down some.
Gotta get that home delivery price.
Look, I'm just being just like we just said, support black business. You know, black people always want to hook up. We always want to hook up. You want to hook up.
Always want to hook up.
Oh, we didn't even touch on the black business hookup.
Oh, we can touch on that right now. Why ain't doing this? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, you don't know no hookup until homecoming come. And I was doing the cabaret. Now you know homecoming was coming all year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't hitting you for no crazy ticket. But why you 42 and trying to sneak in the bar? Cats was still doing stuff like we was 18. Or let me get 5 tickets, Joe. Like, come on, man. This is a business. I'm not. This ain't for free.
Right.
I didn't spend all my money just to, so everybody can have a good time. This ain't at my house. And even then, I need you to chip in on this food and these drinks, bro.
Right.
We ain't doing this for free.
Yeah, waiting for that next Joe Biggs party when the COVID release.
Hey, I'm ready to have it too, man. Who? Me. It's killing me. We will be having one during Valentine's weekend, though.
Okay, what y'all gonna do?
It'll be virtual. It'll be
all
other times. It'll be on all the social media platforms. So Rab and Skaz gonna make sure we get it right.
I can't wait to get in front of some people, man, and party and DJ.
Oh yeah, I know you ready to DJ.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it.
Not like it at all.
I know you ready to DJ, bro.
Ain't
I
nothing.
hope we can get back to that.
Crowd and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. I tune in, Joe. I be in all the little live sessions.
Hey, please just get your drinks, get your family members, cousins, whoever. If you got somebody over your house, cut it up, put it on your TV, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Be on Twitch, be on YouTube. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, that's usually why I tune in YouTube. YouTube be kind of particular about what y'all play though.
Oh yeah, YouTube is they'll start muting everything real quick.
I didn't know that. Really?
Oh yeah,
they waste no time.
You be like, oh,
first 3 notes.
Yep.
Muted. How did they even know that song was coming on? They needed. Remember that show back in the day? Name that tune. I can name that tune in
3 notes.
YouTube can name that note. They can name that song in 1 dink. They hit a dink. They ain't even play the beat yet, man. Come on, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. They shut it down. All right, y'all. Hopefully
we'll see you next week.
Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you all next week. Stay in touch. Look for Eric on his Instagram. Esaline, S-A-L.
I haven't been on that much lately, Joe. I'm trying to get back at.
Look for Janai on her Instagram. Love Janai. You can catch me on J-Biggs too.
Fashion.
Catch her on her Facebook. Janai Childress. Catch me at Joe Biggs. We got to get Eric to get a Facebook. DJ Allnite is going to be Adrian. DJ All Night Long on Facebook and the THE DJ Allnite on Instagram, y'all. So stay up with all of us, and that's how you'll see what we're doing for Front Porch Discussions, all other type things that we're doing and into. Trust me, you want to tap into Janai's Instagram.
What?
Her dealing with her students.
Oh yeah, my story.
It's straight comedy. Y'all into her Instagram, man. Tell your friends, get her followers up because it's crazy. And also just always watching her work out so you can feel bad about yourself because sitting home with a bucket of ice cream and she's going to out for the day. So if you ever want to feel bad about yourself, if you ever want to feel bad about who you are,
that's not true. I've been in a workout funk. I haven't worked out like 4 days. So I went today. I did work out today.
I did see the feet on the elliptical this morning. So
I did. No, I just did it like at 3 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym before we get started. So.
It is her mission in life to make us chubby people feel unwanted.
And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have a trainer on to talk about health and fitness. So hopefully he'll lock in. We're
gonna try to have a segment with that. Hey, y'all stay tuned because some of y'all got kids that's going to college, some that are in college, some coming up. We're gonna have a segment dealing with college admissions.
Okay.
Filling out the applications and the FAFSA and all that other financial aid, all that good stuff. Give some tips, get your kids right.
Bill, how about we get Des Scott to try to come on for the
fitness? Yeah. Janai has a trainer, and we can put.
I'm just waiting for him to confirm.
Try to get Des on that same segment. We got a lot of stuff. We're coming back to y'all probably in March with that mental health, and sometime either late March, early April with the education stuff again with Mr. Rod Till and Miss Fran Ganton. Those coming back to give us some more insight, especially what's going on with this COVID stuff. So if y'all have any topics that y'all are interested in and stuff that you just would like to hear about, let us know. We'll probably try to go back around about financial literacy, probably real estate investing and stuff like that. And I'm
gonna try to get a tax lady on about taxes. Taxes are coming up, new taxes, so get ready to.
Because we need to know those loopholes. I will tell y'all this on the low. Whether you like it or not, I know people talk about network marketing, but get a home-based business because it gives you so many tax breaks. Just find a home-based business that you think you might be interested in. It can be network marketing. You don't really ever have to go get somebody. I say go out and get somebody and try to do what they say so you can make some money. But the other benefits and implications of that is incredible. Yeah. So I would never say join and don't do the work. If you do the work, you can get the results. But don't do the work, you still can get some results.
Right.
Yeah, tell us how to handle all these stimulus checks we got.
Oh yeah, like that we may or may not see.
I didn't see the first one. I didn't even see the first one. So
word.
So I hear if you didn't get one, you can use it as a tax credit.
Well, yeah, that's what I have to. I didn't get one.
I've gotten every time they drop them. I've gotten them.
Yeah. So that'll be definitely a good topic to talk about.
Yeah, we can do that. So
All right, well, I'll lock that in for you.
Start a business, man. Start a business. And you know, if you don't like network marketing, don't do that. But if you do, jump in there, both feet.
Yeah.
All right,
all right, guys. See you later. All right, guys. Take
Good
care.
night, all.
Have a good one. Good night.
DJ, appreciate it. Joe, I'm a holler.
All right.